everyone, it's Lehman with Lace Covered Skies and Enchanted Paper Cottage. I am here today with a video to show you how I'm going to be using these papers that I coffee dyed in the last few videos. So we are going to get started. I am going to show you what we're aiming towards, and this is just like a preliminary part, or this is like one of the steps of where we're headed. I showed you guys this journal cover, and I'm being really quiet right now because it's very late and I'm trying to get a bunch of videos done, so this is when I'm doing it. So I am going to have to be a little bit quiet, but I hope you guys can hear me because my microphone is on. Let me know if it's too quiet for you guys. But we are going to be working on this journal. In my last few junk journals, I showed you guys, I'm going to actually put some lotion on. So I'm going to talk while I put lotion on and take my rings off. But you guys can see here that I am going to be working on this journal, and in the last few journals I have really gone all out on the end papers. That's something that I've been really enjoying, and it kind of structures me when I work on a journal, because usually I will select the pages, which I've already done here, and then I will typically get the structure of the cover started, because I need to sew the pages onto something, right? Whether or not I go full out on the cover decoration at the beginning, that varies, but I typically will make the spine and like a naked cover. In this case, I ended up already decorating the cover. So the next thing, so usually it's selecting pages, getting some sort of cover going, and the next thing I tend to do is get kind of veered off track. So in order not to do that, I have decided that I'm always going to focus on the end pages, because it makes me feel productive and it makes the journal feel like it's on its way. So that's just a little bit of my thought process in how I've been doing things lately, and I'm just letting you guys know so that you can kind of do that if you get a little bit lost in creating journals. But we are going to be making the end papers, and I'm making this one very fancy. I have one done here. We are going to be going through step by step how I made this in this series of videos that I am doing. So I'm going to be showing you guys a step-by-step tutorial on how I created this. And you can use, of course, your own papers. That's the beauty of making junk journals, I think, and the beauty of tutorials, because you can take a tutorial that someone has made and turn it into your own style, vary on the structure, just make it your own. But we are basically going to be duplicating this in the next few videos. So I made this off camera, and as I was making it, I literally set aside another set of papers so that we can do my second one together because I am making 2 journals. Additionally, I need to make the tags. So that's what we're doing today. We are going to make the base for the tags that go inside of this. And that way I can move on to the next step because I want to finish the structure of this as well as the tags in here. So you guys are joining me on creating the very beginnings of the tags for this. I think in the next video we're going to start constructing this. So that's what I'm thinking. And it's probably going to take a few videos, maybe 2 or 3 videos, to actually make this whole thing. And then we'll make the tags after that. But let's get started. I have a lot of printables here. Most of them, well, this isn't the printables. These are the printables. And I printed them onto just copy paper. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to take those papers and back them onto the avocado dyed papers that we created, as well as the coffee dye papers. So let's just kind of delve into that. I am choosing for our first situation here. Let me make it a little easier to like focus here. The first thing we're going to use is this paper. It's beautiful paper from Adamo Prints on Etsy. This is probably one of my favorite papers. I'm like, when I like something, I just get so obsessed with it that I will use it multiple times in a journal. Like, I can see myself using this once in every signature or something if it was a multiple signature journal, and I just love it. But I'm going to be pairing it with this, and this will be the base for some tags. So we are going to be using this to give this some structure here. So I'm laying down some plastic, and I'm going to try to work landscape so that you guys can see a little bit better. But what I'm going to do is, let's see here. I need to make the base for 2 tags because we have 2 journals, right? So what I want to do is lay down, because the tags, and this is where I'm going to be talking out loud. So I don't tend to like to talk out loud because I'm still processing what I'm doing. But let's see. I don't know how big these tags are going to be. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down like more than half of the page is going to be this. And the tags are going to be either like half of this page or smaller, because it depends on the pocket that it's going to go into. So I'm going to lay down half like this, and then lay down less than half for the top of the tag, and it'll just be cut up however it ends up working out. But let's go ahead and get started doing that. So yeah, right. The base is going to be this light cardstock, that is avocado dyed. I have the dreaded end of the glue stick. It's not fun using up the end of a glue stick, let me tell you that. I need a popsicle stick, and what I do is I have a new glue stick here that it's going to spread this out. So I take a big chunk from this. This is my favorite glue stick. It's from a local dollar store. I really like this brand. It's a dollar store brand, and it's the same as the double-sided tape that I love. I like their scissors too. So I'm just using this popsicle stick to spread out this glue. I mean, I don't like using the end of a glue stick, but it does force me to use a lot of glue. So it makes, it's like a good sticky foundation. So we're going to be prepping the tags in this video, and we'll also be making the tags later on in this series. So I'm thinking about, this is going to be one video, then there's going to be about 2 or 3 to make the folio end paper, and then 1 or 2 videos to make the tag. I have been able to be a lot more productive now that my room is clean. If you guys have been following along, you know that I cleaned my room up and really tried to reorganize everything. I'm just putting some of this beacon glue on the edge to make sure that the edge is secure, because I don't know if I'm going to be sewing these tags. Alright, then we are going to go ahead and lay this paper down. I'm going to try to be as straight as possible, and I am going to just smooth out the middle first. Just being sure that there's no buckling on the inside or the center. Right. Let's go ahead and do the top. It's probably a little bit more glue than I actually need. the next few videos will be a little bit more of a tutorial, but this one is more of just a craft with me, so I hope you guys are working on something as well. If you are, I would love it if you put down in the comment section what you're working on. Alright, then I am going to use this glue stick to spread everything out. And once again, adding some glue on the edges here. And we will be doing some light collaging over top of these bases. Not too much, but a little bit. Okay, so let's do the same thing. I am just smoothing out from the center. And let's go ahead and take this plastic again. Alright, there's one right there. Okay, I need to mark these. I'm gonna mark them as 1 because this is gonna go on the front panel of the folio. It'll make sense later, I think. Alright, we are going to do another base, and these are the papers that are going to go in the middle of the folio. Most of these are Adamo prints. This one right here I printed over some old text, and it's tailor-made journals. So let's see what goes with what here. I think I'm going to back this one up on its own, and I like those together. I think we'll put these two together, and this is going to be on its own. Let's put this onto here. I'm just going to go ahead and back this onto here. And we'll just go with that. So all right. this tag is going to be extra thick because I put file folder and then I put the coffee dyed paper, and then there's that layer of what we're going to put on top of this. I'm not sure why I did that, but that's what I did. So let's go ahead and put this layer right here, this edging of the glue. Actually, this go a little further. I don't mind like things being bumpy in my projects because I think I've recently come to that conclusion, because it makes it more, what's the word? It makes it more grungy in a way. I love the greens in this paper. Alright, let me put some plastic over this. Okay, so there's that one. And then I'm just gonna put it under here so it gets another little rollover. All right, and we're gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna use a file folder for this. So let me just grab a file folder over here. Try not to make noise, but you know when you try not to make noise and you make more noise. All right, so let's go with, let me actually cut, I need to cut one end off, but let's cut this end off. It's going to be easier to do this. I should probably use my paper cutter because I can't cut too straight. And then I'm gonna have to cut this one too. So I think I technically don't need this long of a tag. I think we're gonna go this way. But I will cut down the file folder because I don't want to waste. See, now we run into another problem because if I cut the file folder, it's not going to fit in my paper cutter. So I'm going to cut this in half. Just mark this. And then cut this off as well. That was pretty loud. All right. Now we can just do, because the tags are going to be I think that'll be fine. And I think I'm going to be using more of this one. So let's just say like that. I think this is pretty much done here. I have so many of these glue sticks. Before my dollar store went up in price, I bought like a lot of these. And I need to use them more because I don't want them to dry up. Alright, let's go ahead and add a little bit of this. And trying to make this as straight as possible. All right, let's go ahead and get this side down. We're at 31 minutes. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I'm trying to decide if I should do more. Let's do one more. I hope this is not too boring for you guys. Actually, we'll do this side. I think okay, I need to mark these because this is going to go into the middle panel. So I'm just going to mark them with 2s, and I'm going to cut them later. So I think it's going to be cut off anyways. I might have to rewatch this video to know what goes with what, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this off. That is not going to be fun to cut off. Actually, these are my glue scissors. Like, I pretty much use these scissors whenever I'm in doubt because I don't want to gum up my other scissors. So let's hope that I can cut a straight line here. So the tag is, in a sense, going to have like a top and a bottom. And there's going to be a little bit of collaging that goes into it as well. Alright, so that's set. Now my next group of papers is right here. This one's a little bit darker. There's some black paper there, and some of these other papers here. So I think I'm gonna use, this is kind of cardstocky, so thank God for that. And this is as well. So I think I need to figure out I think I'm just gonna do this whole sheet, this on its own. And that's gonna be a base of a tag. So let's just do that really quick. Right. I also need to start thinking about what ruffles I want to sew onto the edge of the pages so that I can get that part done in order to sew the signatures into the journals. All right. Okay. So I want to show you guys the situation here. So this is a folio, right? There's this section, and there's this section. So what I'm doing is I'm making these papers go with a certain section. So that's why I want to group them together. And then these papers right here are going with the cover. So the tags that I make from this is going to go into this cover. There's like a pocket right here. There's a little belly band right here. I'm probably going to end up clipping some things on. And like from these papers, I'm making 2 sets of tags. One set for this one and one set for the other journals. The other journal. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I'm going to finish making the base of these tags and then make the tags so that I can complete this. Then I'm going to come back on camera and we're going to construct this from scratch. I'm going to give you guys measurements and everything just as a starting off point, and you can, improvise and alter what you need for your own. So it's going to be very exact in the next few videos, and then after this is constructed, I'm going to come back on and we're going to make the tags using what we did here today. So it's going to be a little bit of a series, and hopefully it's going to move me along in making these journals. I hope you guys join me. Since I finished cleaning up my room and reorganizing everything, I have been a little bit more clear in being able to be creative and productive. But I hope you guys join me, and keep in mind that you can change this to any theme you want. You can do like a vintage retro journal, you could do a children's book journal, you could do this kind of grungy journal. So this can be very flexible. You just have to change the papers to match that style. And you can add pockets, you can make it a different size. But I hope you guys are going to tune in the next video. I will be back very soon, and thank you so much for watching today, and I will talk to you next time. Bye everyone.